And we're back. Made a pretty medium-sized screw up yesterday by trusting Leanna when I really shouldn't have. Well, maybe not really, because on Saturdays we normally go for like a nice little tame hike that lets me get a little bit of cardio in, gets us moving, gets us out to the mountains, makes for a fun Saturday. And Leanna's like, the trail you always want to go on, so boring, now I want to do another one. So she picked out another one that was also supposed to be easy, but when we got there, it was closed because of falling ice, and the upper option of the trail was open. And like the lower trail, like kind of what goes under a waterfall, like shit can fall on you, I guess, right now. So the upper option like hikes above and like climbs for an hour and a half straight. And she's like, do you still want to do it? We can turn around halfway through. And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's see. And like, I'm getting like murdered. And like, I'm at the point where I want to turn around, I want to head back. And like, we actually commit to turning around. And then there's this guy just like jaunting up, like sipping his little coffee, like just boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And he's like, you guys are turning around? It's just, the end's just around the corner. And I'm like, okay, if it's just around the corner, we can make it, we can do this. And it ended up being like another 45 minutes after that of just murdering my calves and back. And when I woke up this morning, got out of bed, I like put my feet down, and I'm like, oh, this is not ideal for max effort deadlift day. So I am quite sore. Not entirely sure how it's going to go, because like some days feeling like this, you can still pull it off and make something cool happen. Other days, it's going to get in the way, and like I don't want to tell myself it's going to get in the way, but I do want to have a bit of a pivot plan. And the plan for today was to go max effort pull against a micro mini, and if I feel good, I'm going to stick to that, going to have some fun, going to send it. If it feels medium, I'll just load it appropriately to what my body's given me. And if it feels like the calves are preventing me from getting knees over the bar, or the back feeling like there's two bricks where my erector should be, probably going to pivot towards a sumo off a block, because that's going to still let me get like some deadlift type stuff in, but it won't be as intensive on my ankle flexibility or my spine being able to do spine things. So that's the plan. We'll see where we get. Had to wait like an extra 20 minutes to get on the kabuki bar, so that actually worked in my favor because I feel pretty damn limber. So see how she goes. Toe pressure. Yeah, we'll be okay. First couple sets warming up pulls are always a little bit weird just because the bar isn't heavy enough to really wedge in assertively, so I gotta try to be mindful to make it as real of a wedge as I can, even if there isn't a lot of weight on it, so better. Feeling okay, maybe a little bit flaccid, so got to do a better job of getting more erect, more assertive, just tighter, bigger pull in, pull to the bar, crank in. Generic deadlift terms that try to tell myself that'll make it better, but do our best. Ran some hip flexor isos because it's like what I'm missing right now is my ability to almost like pull myself down to the bar, really pull into the wedge. So just gotta do a better job of that and make this set good. Like make this set good, day's gonna be good. Yeah, found it. Good. So it's kind of counterintuitive, but the harder I hip flexor pull to the bar, the more tension I can put in my glutes, the more tension I can put in my hams, more tension I can put in my quads, and the better the wedge becomes. That felt good, so straight to 270, and again, make her good, and the day's gonna be good. Yeah, 300 kilos. Gonna do my best to get a little taller through the pump. So I get like that up a little bit more as I'm pumping in. Should help the wedge more. So belt on, let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, 320. Glad I took the time to get on the kabuki bar today because it's gonna be a little bit to figure out just because like the height that I'm pulling from, there's so much slack in the bar that I gotta like figure out how to get that slack out more effectively and still keep legs in it. Because like the wedge was better on the 300 from like my upper back torso perspective, but I didn't quite have as much quad in it as I would have liked. So I'm gonna try to do a better job of finding more quadriceps here for 320. Fun little trick is gel deodorant on your legs, slippery like baby powder, but doesn't make a mess like baby powder. Okay, let's go. Bye.
Big wedge. Come on, come on.
What?
Fucking lost balance. Fuck.
Out of your fucking head. Let's go.
Hold it.
Come on. Hold it. High spot. Good.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, energy is good. Know what I did wrong, so time to not do it wrong. Okay, let's go. This is what makes training fun. Even better. Fun.
Flexors, listen. Let's go. Yes. Yes.
Woo! So that was an all-time deadlift PR. And I know it's not the smart choice to go up after missing on a top set, but I knew that it wasn't strength. I knew that I could fix it, and I knew that energy was still there to do it again and do a better job. So I just did it again, and I did a better job. And I am really, really, really stoked with where that is, because it tells me that what I've been doing for pulls is 100% working. So going to keep on the path and keep on building. And the set that I missed, it was a matter of like the first time I went to the bar, I pulled back too far on the wedge and I just ended up way behind the bar, and I knew that I wasn't gonna be in a good position to pull from, so I stood up and reset. And then when I reset, I don't know if I was thinking too much or thinking not enough, but either way, when I went down to the bar, I set my hands wrong, and I knew that my hands were set wrong, but I thought, okay, I'm fine, I'll still be able to pull this. So I went and pulled it, and then it just rolled out at the top. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I don't know if you see this. My right arm is like 2 inches shorter than my left from when I shattered my humerus at 14. And because of that, when I deadlift, my overhand, I need to really like crank around to like get it high in the hand and like take kind of the slack off. And that's what I forgot to do. And that's why it was so easy to roll out, because when I don't do that, like my left arm hangs lower and the bar just shifts weight to the left side and just wants to spill. And that's been a ongoing issue that I'm at least able to deal with if I set my hands right. And it was just a matter of not setting my hands right, and that's where the miss was. So I knew that if I came back and set it, I knew that I would be good to go. So very, very, very stoked with that one. And like, if you guys miss a top set, don't think that, oh, Seth did it, Seth came back and got it. Think, why did I miss? Is it something that I can fix? Was it strength? Was it position? Can I fix the position? And then you can make a call on whether or not it is worth it. And today was one of the times where it was worth doing again, but that's not always the case, and it's not always worth it, and it's not always gonna be a choice that pays off. Anyways, on to some stiff legs. go up a bit. Most I've stiff legged in a little while, so. Oh, fuck it. Oh, up. That just felt pretty good. Getting 8 this year. Feeling tuckered though, so we'll see. Damnedest to get 8. Front squats are hard. I lost count. Hope that was 8-ish, not like 3. If that was 3, I'll be really annoyed. One more. Last one, not gonna be able to count again, so I'm not even gonna pretend to count. We'll just get some good reps in. So damn bad at front squats. Gonna get better though. Let's go and plate on these again because they were hard as shit last week, and I'm just gonna do my best to get a little deeper into the sets. That actually felt pretty damn okay. Might actually go up. Last set, up 10 pounds, and just gonna squeeze the shit out of the booty. Oh yeah. That got hurt quick. ATG split squats next. Haven't gone this heavy on these in a little while, so see how they go. Also nervous because the socks are a little slippery in the turf, but the slippers are squishy, so I guess I could just move on to the rubber, but the turf is comfy, so we'll see if it works. Oh yeah, she's gonna work. Big old forward knee. Trying to stay upright. Oh, that's juicy. These are so nice. All-time favorite knee accessory, for sure. And like I'm letting the heel come up, but I'm trying to drive the heel down, so I'm still getting some ankle flexibility stimulus, even if it is rising. Last one, big ol' quad pump time. Oh yeah. These are feeling smooth. Getting back on them daily, definitely very good call. Ooh-wee. Okay, crank. Let's go. So going for this little like squirt forward in the bottom. Just trying to get all of it that I can on this right side. Oh. Yeah. Back to getting my ass kicked with some single leg declines. Oh. Oh, that's gross. All right. Because like not only you have to pull yourself up with one leg, it's so hard to just not twist off the bench as you're going with them. Man, oh bad. Didn't do back stuff today, but it's late. Still got a shit ton of work to do, so I'm just gonna go in and get the back stuff done at the commercial gym tomorrow when I go in for cardio. But very, very stoked with this session overall. And like the thing that I'm the most proud of about today isn't coming back and retaking that weight. It is taking the time to come back and retake it the right way. Because before, I would miss a weight, get pissed off, immediately go back in it all fired up, and then half the time, 3/4 of the time, I would screw it up worse because my headspace was wrong. I was still fatigued from the previous set. And like, then I'd get more pissed off and try it again, get more pissed off and try it again. And like, when you get into that rut, it makes the day really, really not fun. And it makes it almost impossible to have a good outcome. And like, I probably took 15, 20 minutes between my miss and then coming back to take it, which is a lot of time, but it allowed me the time to cool off my headspace. It allowed me the time to assess the situation. It allowed me the time to really decide if it was worth taking and really realize if I still did have a good shot. And it let me visualize doing it right. Let me visualize fixing the mistake and visualize how it should feel. So when the time came to do it again, I was just able to do it and execute and do my thing the right way, which is gonna build into doing it better the next time that I come back to do it better. And it's like hitting PRs is freaking sick. PRs are awesome. And I'm not saying that PRs aren't awesome, but it's like the real reason we're doing this fundamentally isn't to hit bigger numbers. In a way it is, but we're really doing this for the character development that is necessary in order for us to continue hitting bigger and bigger and bigger numbers as we go. Because the further you get into powerlifting, the more challenging it becomes for reasons that aren't even apparent to you as a beginner. Like, as a beginner, I could just, go in full send, work hard, and the hardest part was just lifting the weights. But right now, it's like the hardest part is managing myself so that I'm able to sustain progress, because you can't just smash all the time. You need to be selective in when you pull the trigger. You need to be selective in when you go, and you need to be selective and know when it is appropriate to hold back. And JM has talked about this a ton on his table talks. And like the paraphrase quote is, to bench 600, you need to be a different man than you were when you bench 500. And the first time I heard that, I didn't really get it. But a few years later, it's starting to sink in more and more and more, because the changes that I'm making in training aren't really so much to training. They are how I'm going about the process and how I'm handling the process and how I am dealing with adversity along the process. And I'm not going to pretend that powerlifting is the hardest thing ever, because it 100% is not. There are way, way, way more gnarlier things that can happen in life compared to what we deal with in the gym. But in doing this, in choosing to pursue this hard thing by our own desire, we are choosing to do something that is going to make us better at handling adversity. And that really is where this sport gets beautiful. And that really is what keeps me coming back, because figuring stuff out is really freaking fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.